Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri and Richerson.com. Take two. Um, please subscribe. Hit that join button, join our membership. My first attempt was interrupted. So, got up today and went over and cut down a peach tree. I actually was finishing the job. Basically all the limbs had already been taken down off the tree, so it was just the trunk. They wanted the tree completely down and as close to the ground as possible, so I just laid the chainsaw on its side, cut across, and only left about maybe an inch or so of stump. I'm not even sure that it was an inch. Got it pretty close to the ground. Did really well. Chainsaw just, went right through it. So then I took the trunk, cut it into some pieces, went through some of the branches that had been taken down, and got some of the larger pieces cut up from those, and loaded everything in the van, brought it home. This way we've got, a little bit of peach wood next year to burn in the wood burner. I'm hoping that that's going to be some nice wood once we get it. I need to get it split and seasoned for next year. So then we decided that we were going to go ahead and go out to Hartford City to Sephora Days. We went out there, wandered around. It was a fairly nice day, warmer than it has been for a few days. In the sun, it was pretty nice, but there was a little bit of a breeze, and that breeze was kind of chilly. So it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. It's a lot better than times in the past when I've been out there where it was, heavily overcast or raining or just, horrible. Turnout seemed to be pretty good. There was quite a few people out there. The number of reenactors seemed to be pretty good. Quite a number of pieces of artillery. We did not stick around for the night firing of the artillery. I have done that in the past. I enjoyed it. Sheri, not so much. She doesn't really care for the loud noises. It's too much noise for her. But we did hear, one artillery piece being fired a couple of times. They were having a couple of firings in honor of a reenactor who passed and was part of the artillery battery. So got to look at some, nice cannons. Looked at a Gatling gun, which is always very cool. Spent some time looking at the weapons in the one tent. They had a weapons display. Quite a number of different firearms on display. The different muskets and rifled muskets, number of breech-loading firearms, long guns, and then a really nice display of various pistols and revolvers, ranging from, little pocket pistol, Derringer type weapons, through a number of different revolvers, which I just realized were mostly Colt revolvers. They did have a Lamont, which was a unique design. It's a 9-chambered revolver, plus actually a barrel, a 20 gauge shotgun barrel. So you have a cylinder with the barrel for the revolver, and then underneath that barrel and the center of the cylinder was a 20 gauge shotgun. It was a good idea, especially for cavalry. It gives you 10 shots, really a lot of firepower. But as the one guy was pointing out, there were a number of weaknesses to the revolver. There were several parts that were weak in design and easily broken, and so the revolvers weren't, incredibly effective. They tended to fail and break quite a bit. So I learned quite a bit today, a number of things that I didn't know about that revolver, because I really like the design. I love the idea of that 20 gauge shotgun in the middle of the revolver, but I didn't realize the weaknesses that were involved. So, but had a chance to listen and learn some interesting facts. Looked at several other things while we were out there. There was some nice displays of other stuff. They actually had a surgeon, so there was a setup for demonstrating Civil War surgery, basically, which compared to today was butchery. They really didn't have a lot of knowledge of what they were doing, and a lot of it was just brutal. But they had a nice, setup for that to demonstrate some of the techniques of the time and what they would do for different wounds and things. They had a church tent set up. They're doing church services tomorrow with the chaplain. There was a blacksmith set up this year, and he was doing, demonstrating some of the techniques. They actually had a tintype booth, doing tintype photographs, which was actually very cool. I liked that was available this year. Didn't get a photograph or anything, but the idea was there. And maybe next year we can go back and maybe have a little bit more money and be able to do a little bit more than what we did today. And the tintype would be something fun, I think. Definitely different, at least. Trying to think of what else was out there. There was quite a bit going on. Then we came home, and we found out about a food giveaway. basically mostly vegetables, bunch of tomatoes, grape and cherry tomatoes, and so we went and got a bunch of tomatoes and a few other things. Brought those back home, unloaded. Went out to dinner with some friends, and we actually had a pretty good day. So, still haven't accomplished a lot here of what I need to do, but you know, there's only so much time in the day, only so many things I can actually accomplish, and we've had a lot of other stuff that has come up that we've done just to, you know, have some fun and spend some time together, and you know, so some stuff is just getting pushed aside for now. Next weekend, I think we'll probably go out to 1812 and spend some time doing 1812. So I'll see what I can do, see what I get done tomorrow, and see what I get done probably next Sunday, and just, you know, deal with it. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time away from Woodmark, and so I'm just trying to do what I can, but you know, at the same time, I've got to try to relax a little bit. So we're finding some, you know, things to do together. You know, try and relax, have a good time, and everything else will just, you know, it'll get done when it gets done. So, but anyways, once again, please subscribe. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. And like I said, we do appreciate the comments. We do try to read everything and respond. So, you know, leave us some comments. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.